Well, guys, what's up? What's going on? Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of What's the Right Shot. They got the wood chipper out there in the street, so if it's a little annoying in the background noise here, gosh darn it, apologize, but want to get this out to you today and not wait around for those guys to finish. Look, we're working today on a backhand half volley. Serve and volley, this is actually a second serve. Yeah, second serve and volley, why not? If you feel really comfortable with being able to hit a high-quality second serve doesn't mean that's likely not going to be returned. What it does mean is that you are efficient coming up and into the court in such a way that you naturally get to move forward. And when you naturally get to move forward on balance, you visually pick up the return much sooner than if you're just dead sprinting and worried about the ball bouncing. That's one of the beauties of being on balance, to be able to play a half volley, in this case a backhand half volley. So look, today's image with the arrows shows you three different shots, right? I mean, basically we could go back up the line. We could go at the returner, or we could go back cross court on it, but really a fourth one. And I kind of like this shot. I mean, I need to make sure that I've already shown some kind of half volley approach to one of those three targets. But from time to time, I've got no problem disguising what might be a little drop backhand half volley. You can do it. You got to be on balance. You got to have great posture to be able to do that, so that you can wait for the exact perfect moment to be able to play that shot. In this case, look, I've just decided I'm going to get around the corner, right? I'm not going to flick it cross court. I'm just going to get around the corner of the ball and allow the ball to get into the string bed as you nudge your body weight forward. And look, part of this half volley is, number one thing, you got to have great balance, because you won't see the ball well if you don't have great balance and posture. So when you do, then it really helps with your timing, and now you can get around the corner with the tip of the racket, left side in this case, and be able to nudge your body weight as part of the way that you propel the ball back over cross court. Now look, is the guy over there going to be able to make a play? Is he going to be able to pass you from time to time? He is. But the reality is, if you start measuring the overall match, how many times you come in, how many times you present a passing shot opportunity, I'm telling you, if you'll stop measuring it by, oh man, the one time that I came in, I played a good half volley, but the guy was there and he just crushed a backhand up the line passing shot. If that makes you stop, then you're not getting the whole reality of this whole putting pressure on your opponent, forcing them to pass you over and over and over again. In this case here, what happens? He actually overruns the ball, right? There's this thing where they now realize, okay, well, he's not staying back, right? Play the half volley. So I've got to go up the line. I got to thread the needle up the line. I got to thread the needle across court. Maybe I can dip it down to the guy's feet. Heck, maybe I can even play a lob. We just mentioned four shots right there. And for that returner, what he's going through right now, he's going from shot choice confusion. Now he's going to shot choice chaos because he can't figure out which one to choose. Now he goes to shot choice carnage. Right? He just overruns it, gets too close, and just buries this thing literally in the bottom of the net. So I'm going to show you another point where, again, it is a backhand half volley, and again, another second serve where, again, the same deal with balance, right? This one's easier. This one's sort of right more in the the first one we kind of had to move to our left a little bit. This one, when you come out of your split step, it's been delivered right where you want it. So the spacing distance that is created by the return, almost dead perfect. But the same thing here is you could go up the line, you could go right back up the middle, you could go cross court. Again, it is a real strong possibility that you could play a little half volley dropper off of this, but this time we go ahead and same ball. We get around the corner, we nudge it, everything forward with the body weight, and now we are presenting ourselves up there in a tougher approach. And we're telling the guy, look, man, I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you, a couple of feet inside here. If you can really get around the corner and get a sharp angle, I'm going to give that to you. And once in a while, they're going to make it. But if you start measuring over the course of the whole match, they're not. And look, he goes for the hero shot, pulls himself off the court. I'm telling you this right now, if I get pulled this wide, if I'm that returner, knowing that all I got to do here to buy some time, because I'm not on a dead sprint, right, is I could lob it. You could lob this thing and you could buy time. You've got all cross court to lob it into, and yet if you decide you want to be the hero, you got to hit a winner. You got one shot at the winner and that's it. And all you got to do with this one is just, you got the lower 40 just to dump it into. And there you have it. All right, look, I want to hear from you. What's on your mind today with today's episode? Is there one thing that this episode brought up for you that you want to talk about? And for sure, if you liked today's video, if you loved it, be sure to like it. Click that like button. Also, make sure that you get subscribed to the channel. It's free, right? And what it does is it notifies you every time I upload a new episode of What's the Right Shot. And there you have it. All right, guys. I got another important video coming up here for you right after this one. Be sure to stick around, watch the whole thing. And until next time, get out there. Have a great day. Guys, I will see you again next time. Bye. Guys, it is Brent back here with you. Got a short video for you, but a really important message that if you want to become a stronger tennis player from whatever you are right now, whether you're a 3.0 or a 3.5, 4.0, 4.5, whatever your current rating is, there's one way to do it. And it's not based on a couple things. First of all, it's not based on adding more and more complex stroke technique to your game. You don't need more revolutions to build a massive topspin forehand that's somehow going to magically win you more matches. Doesn't happen by doing that. And it certainly doesn't happen by going out there and drilling forever trying to perfect how to hit outright winners, so that when you get in the matches, the guy over there in singles or doubles, you're so good that they never get a chance to touch the ball. That's not reality. Where you become a much stronger tennis player is by you building in your own unique game, your own personal SLR. Well, what is an SLR? Well, an SLR is your skill level range. And let's say that right now you're a 4.0 player. Well, there are some points where you play at 4.2, right? And yet there are some points when you play down to like a 3.5. So whatever your current rating is, that's an average. And it's an average of whatever range you bring to the party, right? If you're playing some points at 4.2, some points at 3.5, all right, you're, let's say, a 4.0 player. But the problem with having too wide of a skill level range is that you never build any confidence. You never know from point to point how you're going to play. You never know on that particular day how you're going to, if you're going to, are you going to be playing at that 4.2 range most of the time, or are you going to be all over the map? And once you're all over the map with a wide skill level range, you have no confidence. What we really want to do is start building a narrow SLR, a narrow skill level range where you are dependable, you are trusting of what you're going to be able to do on that day in terms of being a shot maker. And when you build this narrow skill level range, you become insanely consistent as a shot maker, and that's where confidence gets built. Again, if you have a wide level, sometimes you play 4.2, man, you play a great point, but the next one you're down at 3.5, you're inconsistent as a shot maker, and you just don't trust how you're going to play from point to point. So that brings up the 80-20 reality of our matches. 80% of the time, we're not playing points, right? Only 20% of the time are we actually playing points in our matches. So 80% of the time means that by the rules of the game, we get 25 seconds between points. And so if you look at most of our points, there's a serve, there's a return, maybe there's another shot, maybe there's a fourth shot. But that's it. On average, our points are 4 shots or less. And what that means is that, all right, 4 shots or less, what, 8 seconds? So if points are 8 seconds or less, then that's only about 20% of our matches. And so what we really need to do is we need to build, if we're going to really create a narrow SLR, a narrow skill level range, we got to build our unique BPR. Well, what's our BPR? Well, that's our 4 parts between points routine, right? And so if you're really disciplined to having a system between points during the 80% of the match, that means that now you tend to play at the very top of your skill level range, right? And when you do that, man, that's where confidence gets built. What I've got for you down below is I want to show you what my 4 parts between points routine is. There's a link right down below. And if you've not yet done this, you've got to go through this exercise. You've got to start to consider and to start to build your own unique between points routine. I'm going to show you how to do that in this 9-minute video that is right down below. There is a link. I want you to click the link. All you got to do once you get there, drop in a first name and email address, and you will get immediate access to my super important between points routine that once you do this, once you develop your own, I hybridized mine a long time ago. I'm going to show you how to do the same. And once you really get into how do you control the 80% of your matches with a between points routine, you start to consistently play at the very top of your skill level range. Right down below, click that link, drop in a first name, email address, and you will get immediate access to that BPR video.